Testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello again, my internet friends. Welcome back to the Crypto Coffee channel. We're going to talk about PulseChain. If you're a Solana holder, watch this. If you're on base, watch this. You might learn something new. You might learn about some new, cool new meme coins, some new shiny objects to come chase over here. Because PulseChain is an awesome, untapped opportunity still. Just under 2 years old. Hasn't ever pumped in a bull cycle really yet. I mean, it did. It went above stack rate back in March. But we still haven't seen that epic pump. All of crypto's waiting for it. Everybody's having doubts, regardless of what community you're in. Tough times. The market's still risk off. Interest rates are still like 4.5%, I think. And we need quantitative easing. We need optimism. We need people to be spending money again. Hey, LFG. First question is PHEX price prediction. LOL. I've been getting those questions for years. Years, guys, years. I don't know. I think $1 sounds pretty awesome to me, guys. $1 sounds great to me. We're going to play some music. If the music is bothering you, let me know, or if it's too loud, mainly. If it's too loud, you just let me know. I just like it. So what's going on, everybody? What's going on in the chat? We're live on YouTube and X. Give me a follow on YouTube and X. And let's check out the prices today while we let people get in. And when you're in the comment section, you can ask me anything you want about any coin you want. Hopefully it's not a scam honeypot. I'll try to do my best to ignore all that stuff. But look, if you've got a meme coin, and you're battling for attention out there in the trenches, Trench Warriors on PulseChain. Shout out to you guys. Everybody likes to hate on you guys sometimes, but the Trench Warriors do work. They do onboard people, even if it's into a stupid 2-week meme coin that no one ever talks about. It sometimes gets people here. People in the trenches, man. People on X, people doing spaces. Building is one thing, but you got to go talk about the stuff that's built. And so shout out to all those guys too. My sound echoed? What do you mean echoed? Tell me if my sound is echoing. Thomas says, I'm here for the coffee and the turtles. Yo, what's up, Kingsway? Thoughts on GoPulse? I'll give you my thoughts in a minute there. Let's share the screen and look at the core coins today. We got to look at the core coins. Also, I have a Patreon, yes, if you want to support on Patreon. Core coins today are, and I'm on hexscout.com. Hexscout.com builds a beautiful app. I think it's beautiful. It's the best app. There's no better app. Android, iOS. It's a mobile app too. We got PLS up 7% today. We got Hex up 8.7%. We got PulseX up almost 10%. And INC is up 10%. Nice to see a little green candle, huh? Oh shit, does it sound really bad? Fix the audio, bro. What's wrong with the sound, huh? What's wrong with the sound? Wrong mic. Oh no, wrong mic. Shit. Shit. Here we go. Rode NT. That's my mic. Hollow and Tinny. What about now, everybody? What about now? Properties. Oh my god. Every time you do something to Streamlabs.
All right, guys. How about now? How about now? Please tell me. Testing 1, 2. I need some confirmation in the chat. Is it fixed? Is it fixed? Is it fixed? No. Mic issue. Somebody tell me if it's fixed. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. How about now, everybody? How about now? It's cracking. It's cracking. That is unfortunate. What does it mean, cracking? Sounds wrecked like the community. LOL. There we go. Fixed. Oh, hey, we got it fixed. Thank you, everybody. God, you gotta love Streamlabs, don't you? My favorite comment is the mic is wrecked just like the community. All right, guys. Well, look, we got a little tiny green candle. Tiny green candle today. Better than nothing. And let's see, desktop audio. Sound is fixed. What did I do? I just changed the output settings. It defaults to like the graphics card audio. Yeah, fuck the music maybe. But look, my sauce on my coin. I'm thinking about launching it tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. That's my thought. It's just a meme coin. There's nothing special about it. Nothing special about it. Golden, fixed, alright. Apologies for the terrible sound. Thoughts on GoPulse? Man, it was a great website. It still is a great website. GoPulse.com for stats and everything. I wish they weren't doing a sacrifice because I'm pretty sure most of that money is just going to get dumped. I mean, they even highlighted that they're going to tie it to stablecoins. Where do you think those stablecoins are coming from? From dumping all your sacrifice money, right? And normally I would be like, okay, scam diode, don't talk about it, but everyone's been using the site. Now, ironically, I think I think it actually is so hated that I could see a situation where it actually pumps if they decide to use their own fees that they've been raking in to pump their own coin. They could use the fees that they've been raking in to pump their own coin. I heard they made like $4 million in trading fees by basically extorting people, which is another thing I wish, you know, GoPulse, all you got to do is put a disclaimer on the website so people know that they're paying a 3% tax on every transaction. Like, I mean, I get taking a little off the top, but 3%, man, that makes me not want to send anybody to GoPulse. It's way too high. I mean, it's just greedy. It's like a tax token on top of, you know, some people trade tax tokens. Like, if you got, like, 3% is too damn high. America went to war over a 3% tax. No, but in all seriousness, if it was like 0.5%, you know, like if you charged an extra 0.1 or 0.2%, that's what I thought was happening. I had always thought that there was like an extra 0.1 or 0.2% fee, and I'm like, okay, you know, whatever, they got to monetize somehow, but 3% with no disclosure is just really stupid. Like, don't do that. That's not good business. So their sacrifice is so hated that they might actually just like rage pump it to try to make a statement, but don't waste all your money, guys. I mean, every sacrifice nowadays is just a pre-sale, and it just gets dumped. And there's diminishing returns on these. I haven't seen a sacrifice for anything like truly innovative since, I don't know, like liquid loans or whatever, and even that was a fork, you know. But and there's a lot of DeFi protocols that, you know, raise money, and also nobody cares about the utility right now because the market's changed. The market's just all about meme coins. They're not valuing the liquidity, the yield farming, or the DeFi coins. They're not valuing the loan token, which, you know, could be used as basically an affiliate type of coin. You stake your coin in the platform, you earn platform fees, you incentivize more people to use PulseChain. Everybody was all about it. Then by the time it launched, we just devolved. Crypto has devolved into a degen casino. Epic pump and dump, attention, rotation from one coin to the next forever. Audio's cutting off. Shit, come on, guys. Audio is bugged again. No. Audio. Hello. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. God damn it. God damn it. Oh my god. Ah, shit, man. I'm good now? Alright, they're trolling me. Guys, if you're watching at the beginning of the video, the audio is bad. If you're telling me the audio is bad, and you're watching in the beginning, just skip ahead like 3 or 4 minutes. It's clipping completely full volume, then completely off. Are you serious? Alright, one guy's telling me audio is fine. Hex Kong, you're telling me the audio is not good. You're the only one. Hex Kong, maybe it's you. Shout out to Hex Kong in the chat, everybody. Thanks for modding in the chat, bro. Thanks for being here. RH Max is in the house. He says, I like the pulse chains. I like the pulse chains too. Mike doesn't suck. What time zone am I in? Well, I was going to launch it at 10 a.m. Eastern time because I was going to announce it at that time just because I think that's the time where most of the world, the English-speaking world, is awake. Sorry, Australia, you might have to stay up till like 1 in the morning, but there's really no way to cover the world to give everyone like an equal opportunity. So you might be asleep if you're in Australia, right? But 10 a.m. Eastern would be like 7 a.m. Pacific, which would be like 3 p.m. UK time, and that gets the Ireland people. And then maybe South Africa is a little bit later. And I'm just going by English-speaking countries. Most of Europe would be okay with that, I think. And then you've got poor old Australia, south all the way down under. Audio latency. Okay, well, I'm hearing audio latency now. Gonna restart. Okay, guys, okay. Audio latency see. If there's audio latency, turn it off and turn it back on again, guys. Turn it off, turn it back on. I got a new setup, and the first time in a new setup is No, I believe that you're not trolling me, Hexkong. I just don't know why some people have it fine and other people don't have it fine. I mean, I don't think you're lying. I don't think anyone's lying. I think it's just some people have the audio bad on their end. RH Max says sound crystal clear. Thomas says it's perfect to me. Well, sorry for the couple people. Susie Q, hello. Susie Q, good to see you. YouTube on TV is good. YouTube phone, sound skips. Oh my god, guys, this sucks. It's way better than before, yeah, but is it good? Better than before isn't, like, promising to me. Well, everybody, it's okay. I got one guy says it's cutting out, one guy says it's okay now. Sounds good. All right, Jesus Christ. Yeah. All right, what was I talking about? GoPulse. GoPulse has the option to not be so scammy by just telling people that they're charging a crazy high fee and then maybe lowering the fee. If they did that, it would be somewhat respectable, but pretty lame. Like, you don't want to send people to a 3% fee platform when we've got every single DEX has like 0.3%, maybe 1% for the exotic pairs. And oh yeah, let's say you're trading an exotic pair with like a 2% fee on top of a 3% fee. That's like a 5% fee. Like 5%. What time zone? 10 a.m. Yeah, Octopus, I was saying 10 a.m. Eastern, which would be like 7 a.m. Pacific. UK would be like 3 p.m. or something. And then the poor little Australia would have to stay up late. Jim Rat Crypto says, looking good. Jim Rat Crypto, what's up, bro? I hope you're still shredded. I imagine you are. And welcome back. Welcome back to Jim Rat Crypto. Some people took a break during the bear, and I don't blame them at all, man. It's like, if you can be productive and get back to work and make some money. I mean, crypto is like what I do, but like if you've got other passion projects or things or businesses you got going on, it wouldn't have been the worst idea to just ignore all the noise. There's been so much noise in crypto, man, for the past year and a half. A lot of like fake narratives going around, a lot of just people trying to take each other's money, and that's okay. Crypto is PvP. I'm admitting that crypto is PvP. And for that reason, I'm announcing a meme coin. And just a disclaimer, some of you will win and some of you will lose. Okay, that's the meme coin game. Now, because I'm launching one, I'm not the kind of person that's just gonna like move on in 2 more weeks, right? Like, I don't really have it in me to just like launch it and then never talk about it again. So it's going to be something that I'll hold in my portfolio for the entirety of the cycle, and it's going to be a Trojan horse. That's the strategy here, is launching a meme coin and then targeting new people, outbound messaging, new communities, going over to Solana, making videos for Base, making videos for Binance people, and really just trying to get outside of the echo chamber, not only just because there's new money in PulseChain, but hey, I mean, it's probably a better way to pump the coin. A lot of us market to ourselves, and it's, the same group of 10,000 participants, and then there's so much more money outside of the ecosystem. So, if new retail plebs aren't coming in, crypto noobs aren't coming in. Well, there's still plenty of crypto capital to flow into PulseChain. And, you know, like Richard Hart just tweeted, I think, about when people have to buy into a meme coin, they have to buy Pulse first. The primary pairing of any Pump.tires coin, and it's a Pump.tires coin, by the way, the primary pairing is in PLS. And so they have to buy PLS as an on-ramp. So, you know, I think meme coins aren't really the Antichrist. They're not necessarily the greatest thing ever because people waste time just endlessly trading. But at least, you know, at least they keep people stuck. They got a stickiness to them. And they're sticky for crypto natives. So you can expect a lot of videos over this next month about Ethereum bros, top 10 meme coin. Everyone loves top 10s, top 5 meme coin lists. Or like my portfolio. You hold Solana, watch this. Here's my portfolio. I've got 30% Hex, 30% PulseX, and then 10% or whatever, 5% my meme coin, you know, something like that. Because there's also this stigma of Richard Hart too. And I just want to get behind a coin that's not Richard Hart. Like, who do I believe in the most other than that? Probably me, probably myself. So I do buy coins from other people. I like, you know, some of the gas money token and the Finvesta stuff. People make cool stuff, you know, time token from the Internet Money Wallet. But I'd rather just, if I'm going to expand my core portfolio, I'm going to make my own coin into one of my own core coins. And a lot of people have that Richard Hart stigma, like I said. So I guess I could advertise this as not Richard Hart coin. Totally not Richard Hart. No sacrifice, no fake narratives, no lying about Richard Hart being behind it. It's gonna be great. Just a simple, stupid little meme coin. Just we're trying to have fun, people. We're trying to have fun. And again, early people will probably make money. I imagine there's gonna be a huge pump and a huge dump, and then a consolidation zone, and maybe some little pumps in between, and maybe some people will, you know, buy back the coin at low prices and keep it alive and shake people out and do all the things that they do to keep a good meme going. You know, I basically it's not going to be one short little pump and dump, but the chart will look like a pump and then a dump. You know, look at even the price of the chart of most token. Look at the chart of Trump token. Look at the chart of like people with an attention economy around them. I imagine mine will just be like a smaller version of that, right? Probably just a smaller version of almost like the chart of most. Hey, Jim Rat Crypto says, you've done so much for this community, dude. For the good and the bad of it all, you are the man. Thank you, Jim Rat, dude. Jim Rat Crypto, thank you for the kind words. Haircut aura. Thanks, yeah, I got a haircut. Restart your YouTube app. Yeah, Hexkong says if you're having audio problems, restart the YouTube app. Coffee, tell us more about the eggs tweet. Dude, Richard Hart speaking in cryptic messages. Check this out, guys. We got the top pumper of the day is egg token. Richard can't tweet anything without someone making a coin about it. Actually not doing terrible either. Egg coin, everybody. Introducing Egg, the primordial meme coin that predates utility logic and every L1 ever built. Before Bitcoin, before blockchains, before utility tokens, there was Egg. A symbol of pure potential. Egg isn't waiting to hatch, it is the origin, it's the beginning of the pump cycle, the alpha before the ape. You don't ask why the egg pumps, you ask how could it not. I love that description. Let's see, did this launch on Pump.tires? Yeah, it's like 7K of liquidity. It looks like a Pump.tires coin. Let's check out Pump.tires as well. Pump.tires. Did Egg come from there? Yeah. Disclaimer, sign my life away. Oh, shit. Where's Egg? I guess maybe Egg was its own thing. Meh, alright. Win-win. Win-win. I'm thinking tomorrow morning I'll do like an announcement tweet of the announcement. Just like give everyone, you know, a heads up. I think 10 a.m. Eastern time. I don't know. Look, guys, some of you will win. Some of you will top blast, and I have no idea where the top's going to be. And then there's going to be a big cool-off period, accumulation zone. You know, it's not going to be a rug, but the price is going to go down, and the haters are going to say, oh, it's a rug because it pumped and then it dumped. Like, that's what all these meme coins do, bro. Just understand that you're playing this game in a zero-sum PvP environment. So this one's, I mean, it's for the degens. It's for the PvP people. But it's also a Trojan horse to try to target new communities. And it does not have a Richard Hart stigma. So we will see. Coffee, you realize there's going to be a lot of fakes of your launch. Probably. Probably. What if I was lying? What if I don't do 10 a.m.? What if it's actually 11 a.m.? Yeah. Look, guys, I'm just trying to raise awareness so that you all have like an equal chance to get in. So the lucky people watching this video right now, all 800 of you guys, I guess you have somewhat of a head start. Maybe I'll do it just like an hour earlier just to surprise everybody. Or I'll just do it at a random minute. I'll do it at like 10:37 or whatever, like... Who knows? What's awesome is pairing the... EM says what's awesome is pairing shitcoin with PLS and locking that liquidity. That's right, the liquidity is locked from Pump.tires. So it can't go below basically a certain level, right? Let's all have a pump May, leave jitters behind. Yeah, let's get pumpy in May, guys. It's time to pump it up. Sell in May and go away? No. Pump in May. Or else you're gay. we got to change that motto. I like XCH and Tau. Is that Chia? I talk to those guys all the time. I don't know much about it. Yeah, it sounds like one of those tech tokens. I'm sure it's okay. I know they're friends with PulseChain, so shout out to Chia bros. Sparta is pretty sick. I've heard about Sparta. The Sparta token, pretty cool. Sparta to me seems like the PTGC of Hex. Well, PTGC as if it was more Hex oriented. You know what I mean? A liquidity web with taxes and reflections and stuff. Jim Rat says, I want an LP position in this meme. That's awesome, guys. Look, I know it's going to get a lot of hate, obviously, but hopefully enough people like me and the fact that I'm going to make a lot of content about it and target new people, and maybe you'll want to get on board. It's just a simple meme coin, you know? I'm not reinventing the wheel here. There's nothing revolutionary about it. Finite supply, no tax, no fake narrative, no fake Richard Harts involved somehow, no sacrifice, just keeping it simple. Jim Rat says coffee's meme will hockey stick. It'll hockey stick, but you know, what goes up must come down. Archie says eggs are essential. Cryptex says live life on the wild side. Yeah, why not, guys? Everybody else already made a meme coin. Be careful with Rael coin, it may dump. Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me, EM? Click launches to see the ones that got bonded. Oh yeah. Duh, of course. Let's see. Go over to Pump.tires. Launches. Oh yeah, there's egg. Little old egg. Little old egg. What else got bonded? Pumpy? Pump.tires mascot? It's a tire? Sure, I guess. Lamar says, I'm kinda new. Is your coin gonna be paired with Sol or something else? No, it's gonna be paired with PLS. I'm a Pulse Maxi, basically. So all these coins, what you're looking at right now on the screen is Pump.tires. It's like Pump.fun, but it's on PulseChain. So every coin on here requires you to buy Pulse before you can degen on this stuff. It's a gateway drug. PLS is the gateway drug here, okay? So, if you're new, this is just Pump.tires, but also a cool thing about Pump.tires is that 1% of all the fees that, you know, basically when you're on Pump.fun, you're charged a 1% fee for every trade you do. And that fee goes to one super rich guy, and he dumps the crap out of Solana. He's sold like $500 million worth of coins in profit, and that's just sell pressure on Solana. This, when people trade on Pump.tires, it just burns. The 1% fee just gets burnt of PLS. And let's take a look at the stats on that. Look into Pump.tires. Shout out to Gerardo, always building some cool stuff. Yeah, we've got so far 5.8 billion PLS has been burned, and that's only on people trading, right? That's not to mention all of the Pulse that's locked in liquidity pools from the graduated stuff. So there might be like over $1 million of just PLS coin that it's just tied up, that's never going to get sold, that's just stuck there due to people doing what they do and degenning. Red Squirrel says, oi, oi. B-Roots, LOL. Goated plays. What about B-Roots? Jimrat Crypto says GRC 20s. Jimrat Crypto 20s. That's funny. You should make a meme coin called GRC 20, actually, Jimrat. That would be like a perfect meme coin name for your coin. You can also check what coins recently got traded or burned. Coffee, I should first launch a meme for PulseChain people. Well, look, I mean, everyone that's following me is already a PulseChain person, so it's not going to be like some stupid Solana. It's going to be a PulseChain related meme. Like, it's going to be PulseChain lore, you know? But it's just who I'm addressing. I know when I make a video, it's the PulseChain community is going to watch it. I want to get some of these new people in because there's millions of dollars on Solana floating around, and I just want to suck some of that in. And hey, if you don't like Hex, if you don't like holding long term like I do, I've got this Hex staking ladder. You guys ever heard of it? 15-year staking ladder. But people don't like that. People can't fathom holding something for longer than 2 weeks. So if they have a gateway drug that's a meme coin, maybe they'll educate themselves about PulseX, you know? Uniswap with the buy and burn. Hex, monetizing time. PLS, it's cheaper, faster Ethereum. And then like some of these long-term conviction plays, maybe they'll get stuck in. Wishful thinking, but what else can we do right now? You know what I mean? Of course it's wishful thinking, but you're playing at it with a finite amount of attention, it seems, right now. Bitcoin's still under 100K. Ethereum is still, oof. You know, Ethereum is what, 1900? At least it's up a little today. And the core coins are up a little today. Let's refresh this page, shall we? Shout out to Egg Token. That's funny. What came first? Chicken or the egg, boys? Gas station is... Oh, look, gas is up. Oh, I actually have this token. Holy shit, look at that pump. Wow. Oh, wait, this is gas... This is a different one. It's not gas money. Gas station. It's in the same ecosystem. Never mind, I actually don't have this token. How's the OG teddy bear is pretty wrecked from what I hear. How's the new teddy bear doing? New teddy bear is not doing bad. Not terrible at all. Let's get a longer chart. Yeah, look at that. So if you got in, let's say you got in on day 2, because let's say you missed it on day 1. New teddy bear is up double, or maybe 3x, you know. Congratulations on your 3x so far. As far as I know, B-Roots and Ian are going with a new one. It's called Teddy, which I think is a better ticker symbol because bear, you know, implies bearishness. If I'm bullish, why do I want a token named Bear? Let's move on to Teddy, boys. Pump.tires is not an RH protocol. Rumor is it's Victor. It's all Victor's fault. Like, I don't know. I don't know who made Pump.tires, but yeah, it's probably not. I mean, Richard's not a developer in the first place, but I think Richard might have had something to do with, I don't know, the idea of it. It does seem like the pump-mentals, the way there's fee burning, the way there's not... Look, I mean, isn't Victor the one that apparently charged a 3% DEX fee on GoPulse.com? So we can't just be saying rumors like all day. Like, people just make up wild stories online, you know. And like, whoever built Pump.tires clearly had a kind of an outline of how to build it, where there's no middleman and there's not even a single person or entity where they're earning all the fees. So whoever made Pump.tires clearly designed it more for the people and to minimize dump pressure, unlike Pump.fun, Solana. Goated plays, yeah, buy in May or I call you gay. I used to love Hex for the APY, but now it's less than 5%, so what's the point? Well, it's less than 5% for short stakes, but long stakes still have, you know, higher, upwards of like, you can get 40% if it compounds every year. I've got liquid hex now. The point is that people think that the APY in hex is static. The APY in hex, due to T-shares being deflationary, the payout per T-share per day is always slightly going up. So yes, there was a big cut from like 7 hex per T-share per day down to 1.5 hex per T-share per day. But it used to be 6, right? So it went from 6 to 7 to 7.5. My guess is that Richard cut it deliberately to add to the sustainability. And now from 1.5, you know, next year it'll be 2, and 2 years from now it'll be 3, and it'll slowly go up anyway. So don't think of these APYs as they're in a vacuum with Hex, okay? Like, I understand it's not very attractive, like, oh, I can get 4% APY from a high yield savings account, sure. But number one, then you're holding dirty, shitty fiat currency that gets inflated every day. And number two, you're just counting the fact that as T-shirts get more scarce, the payout per day actually does go up. So the APY metric trends upwards. But I know what you mean. It's kind of like my near-term bag is bigger now because it's like, why stake for 1% APY? But it's okay, guys. It will go up. You know, people don't know that about Hex. People don't realize that the Hex yield that you get is dynamic and always increasing little by little every day. So I think those cuts, again, I think it was made for the sustainability. And then every time that mega staking ladder from the OA, every time one of the rungs of that ladder comes due, if it doesn't get restaked, that's a big yield boosting event because that's a big burning of T-shares. And theoretically, you could have these like yearly, every day in March 7th or whatever it is, maybe there will be like a 10, 20% APY increase due to all those T-shares getting burned. Or he could just restake it. We don't know what they're going to do. They could just restake it. It's kind of like the Federal Reserve. JB says Pump.tires, pumpy mascot is the community run. Yeah. Flux says I need to do chicken. Then I have chicken and egg. Yeah. I guess the egg really did come first, guys, because I don't see a chicken up there. I don't see a chicken up there. Teddy Claire has less supply than Teddy. What does that mean? LOL, Bear did a crazy run. Bear did a crazy run. But then it was tied to that other coin that just, I'm so over that other thing personally. I'm over it. The narratives, I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying it. But yeah, I mean, people that did buy Teddy early probably did some X's as long as they took profit and didn't buy the top. Jim Rat Crypto, what's the ticker? You'll find the ticker and you'll get the CA tomorrow. You'll get the CA. And guys, if you don't like meme coins, you can just give it a pass. You don't have to, if you think it's a scam, scam diode. What does that mean? A diode allows electricity to go in one direction. Okay. You ever did electrical engineering? Like, it's a diode. After like 0.7 volts, electricity hops across, but it can't go in the backwards direction. If you don't like it, but you start screaming that it's a scam, inevitably you're just going to market it to more people. So hey, haters gonna hate, and haters gonna do your marketing for you sometimes. It's so funny. Don't buy this coin. Oh, what coin? The coin I wouldn't have known about if you told me not to buy, if you didn't tell me? Oh, maybe I will buy it. Because then you could just hear me talk about it and decide for yourself whether or not you think it's a big epic scam or whether or not it's just a simple little meme coin. I don't know what you can really do other than like burning tokens to like make these big hype events. Giveaways are okay, but then giveaways get dumped as well. Giveaways are like, they might kind of work, but I haven't really had crazy success with them in the past. Bitfinesse, where do I see crypto in 100 years? Good question, Bitfinesse. And the store of value and speculation, still store of value and speculation, or will it be used for something? To be honest, in crypto in 100 years will be probably the norm. It'll probably be the world currency. There will be many currencies. Every time you trade one for another, any person can receive value in whatever currency they wish, and people can send value in whatever currency they wish. All the interoperability, all the privacy, it's all going to be baked in. Honestly, we'll probably just be transmitting value with our minds, right? I can probably think you 100,000 hex, and you can receive it in whatever Neuralink you have. 100 years is a crazy long time, guys. I mean, in the 1900s, could you have predicted smartphones? Like in 1903, would you have predicted like Facebook? So I don't know. It's probably going to be all AI routed, meaning like AI is going to optimize all the different conversion rates, all the different yield strategies. It's going to optimize your savings accounts. So if you want to save crypto, all the AI is going to probably route it to the ideal borrowing, lending platforms, liquidity platforms, and it's just going to, the robots are going to take care of the perfect strategy for you, so we can just either be brain dead, Ready Player One, or focus on new problems and creative endeavors. So I do worry about 100 years from now whether there's going to be like a huge underclass, but ultimately I'm optimistic. I'm a techno optimist, or whatever they call it, whatever Peter Thiel calls it. Like, it's going to make our lives easier. It already has. People, if you're not using AI or ChatGPT today, like, you're at a huge disadvantage. It is going to displace a lot of white collar stuff at first, white collar jobs. But physical jobs in the real world will always be there. People are always going to need their roofs done until, I guess, robots one day replace that. But they got a lot longer shelf life. And then you open up people to be artists or musicians or make content. And I hope I'm right about that, because the apocalyptic version is very, very dark. So I'm choosing optimist because otherwise life would just suck. You know what I mean? Coffee, what did come first, the chicken or the egg? The egg, the egg came first. The egg came first. It is weird. Like, at what point did something evolve? Like the chicken, what did the chicken evolve from? And was that like a gradual process? I mean, it's always been a series of eggs and reptiles and eggs and reptiles, and then eventually the reptile like grew some feet, walked on land, grew some feathers. I don't know, man. You could say the egg, right? Because there couldn't be a chicken without an egg, but how did chickens even start to begin with? Why am I even having why am I thinking so much about the chicken and egg problem? EM says everyone should stake at least a little hex for 15 years. Yeah, maybe they should. Maybe they should. Let's see. Reverse psychology marketing is genius. Jim Rat says, scam me, Zaddy. Oh, I'll scam you real good. Crypto X says, I give crackheads a discount for every 15-year stake with 16 more dollars. Worth more than $16. Egg mooning now, LMAO. I'm going chicken. Yeah. And they just figured out how to lay eggs. The chicken versus egg question is irrelevant. The chicken came out of something's ass. That's what's important. Does it come out of the ass? Or doesn't it come out of like is it like a chicken's vagina? Oh, I don't care. I don't want to think about that. Egg still mooning? Yeah, let's look at the top gainers on PulseChain for today on dexscreener.com. Egg is up 3x today. The fake die. The fake die. Is it a double negative because the fake P die of the fake P die is so fake that it's real? 75k liquidity. Huge dip. It's up 30% today. Doubt is up. You know, I hate this. I hate these little earphones. They never stick in my ears. I don't know if it's like the shape of my ears or the shape of the headphones. I guess that's a chicken and egg question, isn't it? Can the chicken be the egg? Well, the chicken came out of the egg. I mean, I don't think you can be both a chicken and an egg at the same time. A state of chicken-egg superposition? Nah, you're either a chicken or you're an egg, dude. The only alt I own is PTGC. I owned UFO token. I got rid of a lot of my UFO token, but it did really, really well. Shout out to UFO, shout out to PTGC. LOL, the chick lays its egg out of the same hole it poos. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the chicken ass education. Affording eggs is the real superpower these days. That's right, RH Max. What are eggs these days? Also, don't let them psyop you. Eggs are a very nutritious food. Nature's perfect food. Comes out of a chicken's ass. But now they're going to try to say, oh, cholesterol. Oh, it's bad for the environment. It gives you cancer. And 5 years later, the mainstream news will say the total opposite. Complete 180. Reverse psychology marketing is genius. Yeah, don't buy my meme coin, everybody. Do not buy my meme coin, whatever you do. Wink. Wink, wink. Alright, let's see. Anybody got questions? Anybody got coins they want to shill? I always expect more people to be like shilling coins in my chat, but they're not. Solid X. I heard Solid X is coming out with their casino game pretty soon. That's up 10% today. And the casino games are pretty cool ideas, right? You've got another one coming out from the Pulse Mafia dudes, Jacob. You've got another casino game. Now, I think gambling is a waste of time, but a lot of people do gambling online. And I'm not talking like meme coin degen stuff, betting on shit coins. I'm talking about like online slot machines, online poker, online games. They call it gaming, right? But it's actually gambling is what it is. Best token's not doing so hot, but it does have volume still. It still has like a little bit of volume going on. Oh, yikes, man. Everyone gave up on Best. Yikes. Well, I thought that Richard Hart's developer would have more clout. I thought that Richard Hart's developer would maybe talk about it a little bit more. But it seems like I was the only one shilling this, and then the attention ran out somewhere around here. Hey, you know what? Maybe something will happen for Best token holders. Maybe something good will happen for them. Wink, wink. Romelius says, King. Crypto Coffee says, we need more gains on PulseChain. Yes, we do. We need more gains. Oh, gains, yeah. Alpha Baller's got this dog coin. Like, this is so crazy how everything you've ever said will be used as a meme coin one day. So, like, in 2022, this is 3 years ago, I just make a very generic tweet. I say, what would be the best name for a hex-related, if you had a dog, what would be the best hex-related name to give it? And then Richard Hart replies and says gains with a Z. And of course, Alpha Baller digs this shit up and makes the hex dog. Gains, the hex dog. Did this launch on Pump.tires, or is this just won by you, Alpha Baller? Yeah, 3.5k liquidity, hyper low liquidity. You know what that means. Very pumpable, but it's just a dog coin. So I don't know if Pulse has really had a dog mascot. We tried Mitchie, right? But then it turns out Mitchie wasn't actually Richard Hart's dog's name. Whatever, man. We'll see if the dog takes off. We'll see if they like the dog. I sold most of my altcoins for Hex because it's too cheap right now. Not a terrible idea. You know, you always want to do the unpopular thing as long as your thesis is solid. We know Hex isn't going anywhere. No admin keys. We know it's got a diehard community. Richard Hart's behind it. Maybe people will start picking up the marketing for it. And if Hex can get to $1 one day, then you'd be crazy not to buy it with like 200x potential right now. And only $1 is, you know, kind of conservative in the long, long run. In the long, long run. Maybe more than one cycle from now. Hey, thank you for the tip. We got Toro by Cabal King. Incognito did a 40x. Toro did an 80x. Toro. What is Toro? Oh, it's a, okay. Obviously the PulseChain version, I assume. Chart doesn't look too good right now. I'm sorry to hear. What, $7 of liquidity? This can't be right. What the hell is this, dude? I don't know. That looks like a trash coin, but maybe I'm looking at the wrong one. Incognito did do a 40x. Let's check out Incognito. Incognito. This is like an ink burning protocol. Incognito actually has more than $7 whole of liquidity, but yikes. This is what a lot of coins look like, man. This is what I mean when I say, you know, zero-sum game. Everything gets its hype cycle, people chase it, the attention wears off. Maybe they do something in the future, but it is up 20% on the day after being down, I don't know, what, 90%, 99? Thank you for the tip, Big Woo. Are you launching a meme coin, bro? Amish Kid, yes I am. I'm launching a meme coin. Probably tomorrow morning. Probably tomorrow morning. We'll see. We will see. Just got to get my ducks in a row. Crypto Coffee, I have a question regarding Go Pulse. Kind of new to the ecosystem, but came from other chains to hear many negative things about Go regarding Dev Victor pulling 4 million fees. Your thoughts? I talked about this already. I think, like, of course, a platform should have a monetization route. Like, you don't want to just do all this work for free. I still think Go Pulse is like a useful platform. It's just really shady to not tell people that you're charging 3%. You know, I had always thought, okay, they're charging like another 0.1 or 0.2% on top of it. But to be charging 3% is way too high in my opinion. That's 10 times higher than the average DEX fee. At least put a disclaimer on it. Honestly, if they put a disclaimer and they lowered the fee, it wouldn't be nearly as scammy. And I might actually, you know, you don't want people, if you want people to use your DEX or tell other people or refer people to your DEX, like, be honest with them about the fees. Because people don't like being surprised. If people realize that, oh shit, I've been paying a 3% fee on all my trades this whole time, like, you're racking up hundreds or thousands of dollars of trading fees and you didn't know. It's not cool, you know? So, and also everyone's just tired of sacrifices. They don't really have to be doing this sacrifice. They could just launch without one, but you know, we should just continue. We should just expect and not be surprised that people are just going to keep doing sacrifices, and it's up to us whether or not we give them attention, or more importantly, whether or not we give them our money. Again, to recap something I said earlier, it's clear on their website. They say it, you know, the GEO token is going to be paired to stablecoins. Where do you think those stablecoins are going to come from? They're going to come from probably dumping a lot of the SAC money. So the amount of coins people dump for the amount of value they produce is usually net negative, and it's very not cool. You know what I mean? Very not cool. Have I heard about PulseChain's best kept secret yielding 3% a day? Oh, Big Woo says Toro is set to launch this weekend. Hey, my bad. There's another Toro coin that looks like a real big shitter. So, not to be confused with the existing Toro, I suppose. Christopher Torres says, yes, gotcha and agree. Dirty Crypto Grifter Final Boss. What's Grifter Final Boss? Teddy and Mooney Coffee join forces. Well, tell me more about Mooney. If Teddy wants to combine with my coin, if you guys want to provide, you know, maybe we combine some liquidity. Maybe I tie some of the liquidity to most token. I think tying liquidity is something you could do to show your allegiance monetarily, right? Talk is cheap, but if you actually put your money up and bond it with another coin, you're basically saying, hey, I'm bullish on both of these coins going up, and I don't care which one I have more of. So liquidity bonding, two coins together, can be some kind of alliance. It really can. We've seen that with all these different coins tying to each other to show, you know, to extend an olive branch. What are you saying, Dirty Crypto? Teddy and Mooney join forces? I'd rather be friends than enemies. But if you want to be enemies, careful. Wild SJ says appears. Hello, Wild SJ. Remelius says, am I controlling the supply? I can't tell you guys. I can't tell you guys. You know, like, does the OA tell you? Rael says, oh, a lot of Rael shilling. What even is this Rael token? I am Raelian? Is this like an alien? This thing has no liquidity, dude. Come on, I can't shill something with $100 of liquidity. That's dog shit, man. Finvesta? What do we got here? UFO token is up 11%. Helgo token's up 20%. Nobody even remembers Helgo anymore. It's a meme about some idiot guy in Telegram that would just speak in broken English and ask really stupid questions. But we got Helgo. Actually not doing terrible. Helgo's not doing bad. As far as a meme coin goes, it's basically the same price it was when it launched 2 years ago. So, I mean, this is the state of crypto, guys. There is volatility, but over the long run, we've just been flatlined, sideways, choppy kangaroo market for the last 2 years. Nothing to get super crazy excited about. Retail will come back eventually. Duke of Booze says, cheers. What's up, Duke of Booze? Dirty Crypto says never enemies, extremely bullish on most. Me too, sir. I'm so bullish on most that I'm probably going to tie some of my meme coins liquidity to most. There's going to be a most / my meme coin pair. Dirty Crypto says basically liquidity web except all Pump.tires tokens. Well, cool. Maybe I'd love to be included in that web. Guys, check out the Rest to Riches Sparta stream after Pure Alpha. Rest to Riches? You mean Rags to Riches? Shout out to Kata Gatame. And yeah, go check out that Sparta stream after this. I guess they'll tell you all about why Sparta's good. It's a mildly interesting coin. I mean, there's a lot of garbage, and Sparta is one of those coins that actually has a plan and does something. And if you want to fall for a new narrative, it's as good of a narrative as any to fall for. I don't think they make up lies about Richard Hart or being in contact with Richard Hart and stuff like that. Kata Game says I'm buying coffee token. Like, look, everyone's gonna make a token called coffee token, and they're all gonna get scammed. Do not get scammed, everybody. Do not get scammed. Do not get scammed. I will only my Twitter account will tell you the CA. Only my Twitter account. Everybody else, they're scamming you. They're scamming you. Hey, maybe I won't even launch tomorrow. Maybe I'll launch tonight. You know what I mean? I feel like PTGC is the easiest gunner right now because Moon King is always right. He definitely frames himself as if he's always right. He's good at marketing. Moon King's good at marketing. It's one thing I learned in the past 2 years is to not fade Moon King. Yeah, look, I know what he does. I understand the game he plays, and he is good at it. I came from a little bit of different background of only shilling the same 4 tokens for years, literal years, 5 years. Hex was 5 years ago at least. Winford Festiva? What does that mean? Christopher Torres says, do I feel or think the PulseChain ecosystem is slow? Been trying to add liquidity pair on Daytona Finance, had to wait 24 hours and did not pair. Yeah, it seems slower than usual. Look, I mean, if your transaction got stuck, it's probably due to gas reasons. Probably due to the fact that you didn't have enough gas. You can always clear stuck transactions or speed them up in your MetaMask wallet, or rebroadcast the transaction with a higher gas limit. Which, if you do, I mean, you should try that. It's probably not the network that's slow. It's probably that you didn't add enough gas. Sparta's been holding up well. All this talk about Sparta. Let's actually look at the chart, I guess. Sparta is primarily tied to Hex with $1.9 million in Hex liquidity. You see what I mean, guys? I mean, if you want to say your token's good for Hex, you should probably tie some of that liquidity to Hex, right? That's what you should probably do. Sparta / Hex. Yeah, about $1 million on each side. And it's a good looking chart on the US dollar chart. Shit. Is this a blow off top, or is this a retest of resistance and we head back down? Let's look at it, Sparta in Hex terms. Now that chart looks almost even better. For a lot of people like myself, like the goal is ultimately to accumulate more Pulse, more Hex. Those are my priority over meme coins. So like, I don't know if this one's going to keep outpacing Hex, but so far it's gone from 7 Hex to 13 Hex. If you bought that little dip. Sorry, meant win Lambo. Oh. I don't know cars that well, bro. Is a Ford Festiva a car? Will Mana launch their Decentraland on PulseChain or stay only on ETH? They're probably going to stay only on ETH. A lot of these Ethereum guys, they only stay on Ethereum because they still have this negative stigma of PulseChain. They still think they don't want to be associated with Richard Hart, even though he beat the SEC. Even though the SEC lost for failure to state a claim and lack of jurisdiction. They lost embarrassingly for not even having a presentable argument. And yet people still think Richard's a scammer, even though he followed all the rules and set precedent for Hex, PulseChain, and PulseX. One of the only coins to actually set precedent and get a legal victory. Only Bitcoin and maybe Ethereum has that. Maybe Ripple, kind of, but you only had Ripple doing a half win. Ripple only won on their secondary market argument. They still paid somewhat of a fine, I think. Now look, all these coins are basically good to go. the meme is that, oh, it's crime season. Well, it's not actually crime season. It's just that all the made-up persecution crimes that are politically motivated were primarily halted due to the new administration. So if you want to call making a meme coin or launching a token, if you want to call that a crime, great, buddy. But meme coins actually have clarity. There was actually a notice from the SEC that most meme coins are likely not securities. X is not a security. PulseChain is not a security. PLS is not a security. INC token, they never even talked about, funnily enough. That used to be the selling point of INC, is that INC is not being sued by the SEC. Hey, now maybe it's, oh, INC doesn't have regulatory clarity. As if that actually matters, guys. The narrative follows the price action. Show me the price action and I can craft a narrative for you as to why it pumped or why it dumped. It's just buying and bullish sentiment, or bearish selling and negative sentiment. If there was an AI agent that fixes transaction fees needed to avoid failed transaction issue, what if there was an AI agent that fixes transaction fees needed to avoid failed transactions? Coming soon. That's awesome, Hope. Hope, are you a developer? I'd love to hear about that. Love to hear more about that AI tool. The integration of AI and crypto has not been super well thought out yet. Like, we have virtuals, which is just pump fun for agents, right? Everyone got tired of virtuals real quickly. Like, everybody hates AI agents on X because they're just basically glorified Twitter bots. I think there's a use case for AI in terms of like algorithmic trading or strategizing, guessing, you know, liquidity LP strategies. I think AI can help a lot with like wallet management or optimizing recurring buys or recurring actions with a bot, with an agent, rather than a human having to be there to click the button all the time. Pulse to $5? Sure, Lucian. For you? Sure. Pulse to $5 in the year 2100. What if there was an AI agent that fixes transactions? Oh, yeah, I already read that. All right, well, go back to the PulseChain universe page. Hey, Hex is up 10% today. Hex has had a terrible looking chart, but there's also very low liquidity. Look, less than $1 million of Pulse available for liquidity on Hex, and this is the primary way to get it. I mean, there's like less than $2 million total Hex liquidity. Let's see. What was I gonna do? Hex liquidity. Oh yeah, Pampi.app. Here's something crazy. When you look at how pumpable everything is, if you do an even split over all 4 coins and you say $10 million goes into, let's just say $1 million, okay? $1 million goes into each coin. Which core coin pumps the hardest? This is how the liquidity math works, because the prices of liquidity pools are just a ratio of the 2 coins, so you can actually calculate if this happened, then this would be the exact price, because it's public and open. It's not like, you know, there's dark pools and stuff in the regular stock market. Look, $1 million would make Pulse go up 2x, Hex go up 4x, PulseX and INC would go up 3x. And that's only for $1 million. There's like $18 million sidelined. Let's see. What if $10 million came into only Pulse and PulseX? Again, Pulse would still rise 12x because you have to buy Pulse on the way there. PulseX would go up 28x, Hex would go up 76x to 48 cents. Hex would basically be at an all-time high with a net 10 million positive buy pressure. Now that obviously counteracts all of the sell pressure too. All of the sell pressure along the way. Realistically, Pulse can touch that penny. Yeah, I mean, of course it can. Pulse has spent so long at a penny. Way too long at a penny. Hey, don't hurt to be optimistic. That's right. Oh, thank you for the subscription, Chain Temple. Thank you for subscribing. Thoughts on FlexNet? Honestly, man, I'm not that interested. just another L2. I don't think it's gonna work out great. I like Dip Catcher, but man, it's not my favorite idea of his. I don't know. Good luck, I guess. I mean, like, I guess he's talking about speaking the language, right? I know what he's going for. He's talking about speaking the language of, oh, everybody thinks L2s are cool and innovative in the big brain Ethereum bro DeFi world right now, even though they're all the fucking same. And they're just not that useful when there's hundreds of them. But you could reinvigorate interest in Hex, maybe, if there was a new network or something. But ultimately, it's probably just largely going to be a fraction of the existing attention that's already in the ecosystem. You get new people by talking to new people. I haven't seen him, you know, market things. He's built a lot of things, but will other people pick up the slack and market FlexNet for him? I don't know. We'll see. To me, I think my energy is better spent on myself and just getting new people into the PulseChain network, not onto a completely different network. But agree to disagree and then move on. Pulse to whatever price makes me rich. That's insane. What does that mean? Whatever price? What about zero? Gotcha. Kind of new to Pulse. Does the gas get stupid expensive when the markets are heated? It does, but it's still cheaper than Ethereum. I mean, gas always gets expensive when the network gets heated up, but it's still way cheaper. Chain Temple says hi all. Hello, Chain Temple. It took Bitcoin 16 years to pump a gazillion X. Yes, that is an objective fact. That's a real number. A gazillion X. Renee says, have you talked about the Go Pulse? Oh my god, dude. Yeah. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I gave you my thoughts on it. If you rewind the video, you can read all about it. A new PulseChain website. What are you talking about, sir? Oh, this one on the screen? This is Pampi.app. It's not new. PAMPI.app. I am not enjoying this music. Here we go. ETH upgrade. Yeah, the ETH upgrade is going to be awesome with gasless transactions, and then PulseChain can inherit that whenever it's ready to. Gasless transactions, or otherwise known as sponsored transactions, means you can have a guy pay your transaction fee for you in ETH, and basically you can pay your transaction fee in, let's say, USDC or any other coin. But it's going to be up to platform hosting, that the people hosting the platform are going to also have to integrate into their smart contracts these sponsored transactions. They're probably going to have to put up funding for those sponsored transactions too. Like, there's going to have to, maybe there will even exist entire markets to trade the underlying tokens for Ethereum, and, you know, with bidders, buyers, and sellers. New update, bro. What are we talking about? Go to new website. What, did Richard Hart just tweet something? Richard Hart win. PulseChain.com has been upgraded. Holy shit. You guys just say new website. You got to tell me what they mean. Hey, look at PulseChain.com. Wow. That is awesome. Yo, check that out. Thanks, Richard. Richard Hart says, random tips. Sheets made of t-shirt material are awesome for the same reason as t-shirts themselves. What the hell? T-shirts? Alright. I'm gonna read that one later. Dude, Richard Hart's back, man. Richard Hart is so excited. I feel like he's finally gonna start streaming again right after Interpol gets cleared up. He's launching all this stuff. Think about the timing of everything. Why would he launch a PulseChain update with the prices right on the homepage right now? Because he can, and he knows that's what people care about. This is awesome. This is what happens when you're unshackled. Finally, the Richard Hart marketing genius brain can go to work. This is such a better website. PulseChain.com, look at this. Price charts on the homepage, that's what you want. I like how we defaulted it to percent off of all-time low. You can't even go lower than 30 days. Wow, look at that. You can't even go lower than 30 days. You can't even look at the daily chart. PulseChain day 720. PulseChain has a brand new website on PulseChain.com. Bridge, swap, launch, stake. Wow, this is like when the Hex website finally got updated way back in the day. We had that janky website for over a year. Oh, this is looking good. Helpful community tools, Gibbs.finance, Hex Scout, and the PulseChain dashboard. Yes, those are 3 of the best tools. Notice how GoPulse is no longer here. Tisk tisk for your lack of telling everybody about your crazy high fee. Yeah, look at this, guys. Is this really the prices, though? Prices still look low. I mean, they are still low. I sold my whole family for more Pulse. That's awesome. Congrats on selling your family, bro. What if we go to the stats page over here? Wow. Current PulseChain gas estimates. That's okay. PulseChain stats. Daily volume. Oh, this is all the stuff that GoPulse had that I wanted. This is all the stuff that I wanted from GoPulse that I now can just see on PulseChain.com. Total transactions, daily volume is only, oh, what is this? Like 5 million, but still higher than it was last year at the previous all-time lows. Yeah, we've got kind of a dead zone in PulseChain right now, but that's probably the global markets as well. Liquidity is at a new all-time low. $56 million of total liquidity. I'm probably assuming that's only counting PulseX. Probably not adding the liquidity of 9mm and 9-inch. Obviously, I mean, why would he? That's his competition, basically. This is cool, man. This is all the charts I would want to see. RH is single-handedly making GoPulse obsolete. That's so funny, Shaka. GoPulse runs a sack. RH updates the entire website. I mean, what other charts were there? I kind of liked the charts of total bridge activity. I kind of like the charts of... what other good charts were there? Total bridge activity. Maybe there were some social metrics that doesn't really matter too much. I mean, there's bots out there. What do social metrics really mean other than if there's a spike in social activity, it's probably a lagging indicator, right? Like if you look at Google search volume, it's usually a lagging indicator as well. Click stats. I did click stats. Check that out. Look at those tasty little stats. Thank you, Richard. Nice job. Type 100. Nick says we need validator stats. That would be cool. Yeah, the globe, right? The globe was the coolest part about GoPulse. If we can just get that globe back, it's game over. What else do you need? That globe is so... It's such a powerful visual of, look, PulseChain is a global network. Every different country around the world is running a node. I don't even know if that globe was accurate, to be honest with you. In my head, I was always wondering to myself, I wonder if this is just for show. But the actual number of 49,000 validator nodes worldwide with the globe, I mean, that's realistically about 1,000 to 2,000 real people running validators. Doesn't sound like as much as you might think, but it's still a highly decentralized network compared to Solana. That's, let's say, run by a handful of companies. The companies are the ones running nodes. Like, they all collude together and they all talk to each other. These are real people, organic, you know, PulseChain grassroots. What about PMX 500? Didn't that one just launch on Pump.tires? PMX, no, this is SPX 6900. PMX, is this the PulseChain index coin? It's up 50, wow, just launched. What do we got here? PMX is, yeah, the meme coin 500 index. I actually stumbled upon this one live stream, you know, a few months ago maybe. Not a terrible idea. I'm glad they're still running with it. It's cool that it's pumping. How high did this thing pump? 16x, wow, good job. 16x on PMX. I guess what they're doing is, all right, let's go to their website. Aggregating. Look at this, meet the team. Andrew Tate, Bernie Madoff, Do Kwon. So funny. I mean, they're leaning into it, guys. This is what leaning into it is. It's a good, solid meme. I guess they're just, yeah. PMX joining the ranks, blah, blah, blah. Channels the spirit of the entire ecosystem into one ticker. All right, but what does it do? Is this just an index fund of all the different meme coins? Or is it just called PMX 100? Like, does it actually do what I think it does, or is it just funny marketing talk? Check RH's new tweet. We're gonna moon soon. I feel it. Feel it in my plums. Let's check out Richard's new tweet. I just checked it out. Yeah, there's nothing new after PulseChain.com being upgraded. Thank you, Richard. Very cool. Thank you, Kanye. Very cool. RH Max is the bestakin hexakin. He's up there. I love that dude. RH Max is pretty cool. Pulse have never touched a penny. Yes, true. Absolutely not. I hope it does. Hope it does one day. I can't wait to see which coin gets more percent pump between RH first stream and SEC dismissal and Interpol red notice removal. Maybe my meme coin will. Let's see. Hype it up, boys and girls. Hype it up. Or hate. Feel free to be a hater. You're still advertising it, right? Don't look at this coin. I think I'm going to look at that coin. But yeah, I mean, everybody should try to launch a meme coin. It's just that I think everybody should do more marketing towards external communities. A lot of money out there, guys. There actually is a lot of money out there in the world. The scarcity mindset is to think that there's finite money. Even though we are playing in a finite pool right now, there's all this money out there that needs to go get gotten. You need to go get that money that's floating around. Those billions of dollars just floating around out there. All these rich people, poor people, everybody that's not in PulseChain yet. That's like 99.9% of the world. 99.9% of the world is not in PulseChain yet. Amelia, what is this site? This site, sir, is PulseChain.com. Can you believe it? PulseChain.com, the homepage of PulseChain. So we've got bridge, swap. Okay, this goes to PulseX. Launch goes to Pump.tires. Stake goes to the Hex website. That's awesome. Add your wallet. Switch to PulseChain. That's nice. A little button to add PulseChain to your wallet. You got Internet Money, shout out, or MetaMask. Built around a community that strongly emphasizes privacy, self-custody, and true DeFi principles. Users who held Ethereum assets on May 10th have free tokens waiting for them. Don't see PulseChain network yet? Go to the community, click the network link. Disclaimer, branding resources. Yeah, this looks pretty good. It's exactly what people care about. What are the prices? That's what people care about. Crypto Steve says, I like the new website. Me too, Crypto Steve. Me too. Hey, Shaka Vibes. I'm gonna make you a mod. Shaka Vibes. Because he's always here. I open this up first. Steve says I like the new Shaka Vibes. You are a moderator, sir. Add moderator. Managing moderator. Alright, what's been going on, everybody? For us newbies, can you give us the quick elevator pitch on why Pulse is better? Yeah, sure, Lamar. PulseChain, it's cheaper, faster Ethereum. Privacy focused. We know Richard Hart, the founder, is primarily focused on censorship resistance. We've seen Ethereum leadership be a little lackluster sometimes in that department. It's Ethereum. It's cheaper, faster, and the world's largest airdrop, which is just an onboarding tool to basically get people to check their free money. You held any coins on Ethereum on May 10th, 2023, May 13th, maybe? May 10th, it looks like, actually, when the fork actually happened. You've got like a copied version of DAI or a copied version of wrapped Bitcoin or a copied version of your Aave tokens. And they're worth some non-zero values, so you get a little freemium onboarding there. It's just a playground. It's a layer one that doesn't sacrifice censorship resistance. Basically what a lot of L2s, what they do is they sacrifice all of their censorship resistance for a little bit of convenience, maybe basically speed and ease of use, but it's entirely centralized. Whereas like an L2 and L1 is a horizontal scaling solution that still maintains all of the security of a layer one settlement layer, which is backed by all these different nodes decentralized. It's also, some people have said it's like PulseChain, it's like Ethereum is like PulseChain's testnet. Anything that Ethereum does, we can inherit into PulseChain because the Geth, the consensus client, and the beacon client, the Lighthouse and Prism, all the software that Ethereum runs on, PulseChain uses that same software. So when Ethereum gets updates, PulseChain can wait and see whether those updates are good, and then it can copy those updates and take them into its own software because it's basically the same software, a different chain ID. It's as close as you can get to an Ethereum clone, unlike a lot of these other ones that add more complexity, sometimes more centralization, and for not that much extra benefit. But the original point of PulseChain was a horizontal scaling solution for Ethereum because Ethereum gas fees were getting too high. People don't even remember that because gas fees are fine now. But if gas fees do get high on Ethereum again, PulseChain will become relevant in terms of being cheap and fast. I mean, it already is cheaper and faster, so you might as well use PulseChain anyway. Karina says, "Are you single?" LOL. Nice try. If a girl hits you up on the internet to talk to you about crypto, you're talking to a dude. Most likely. Most likely talking to a dude. Sparta has tremendous distribution and the LP is built around the RH core coins. Do not fade this one. Alright. Sparta has tremendous distribution. It's tremendous. It's the best distribution. Nobody has better distribution. Is Ethereum with Satoshi's vision? Yeah, it's Ethereum with... Oh, it's Ethereum with Satoshi's vision. That's a good way to put it, Crypto Gains Club. It's Ethereum that hasn't sold out to the Bug Eater overlords yet. Type 100 Nick says, LMAO. Lamar says, thanks for the lesson. Of course. And if you're wondering about PulseX, PulseX is Uniswap with a buy and burn. So all the volume... Imagine if all the volume through Uniswap went to buying and burning a token. Right now, the Uni token doesn't do anything other than fake governance. PulseX token, the success, the buy pressure, and the burn pressure on the PulseX token is proportional to the amount of volume it does. So PulseX gets more successful. More of it is purchased, meaning number go up. More of it is burnt, meaning supply goes down. Pretty innovative and simple way to do an actual utility coin. It's an actual utility coin with real, tangible, immediately understandable utility. And then Hex, of course, monetizes time. So Hex was designed to be the long-term store of value. Time will tell if we see that play out. But if people bought Hex in the first year, it has stored their value pretty well. Now, if most people bought Hex at the highs, unfortunately. So we got to wait another cycle to see it play out. Hey, John Adam Seagal, thank you for the subscription. Thank you for subscribing. Natural Mystic says, what is going on with Richard Hart? Where is he? Nowhere to be found? What are you talking about? He's on Twitter. He talks on Twitter every day. He dropped a voice message on December. And my guess is that he's not publicly live streaming just because he's got to clear up this Interpol red notice. But if you want to hear him say stuff, follow him on Twitter. What is the name of your coin? I'm not telling you yet, guys. There's no... You guys can't do it yet. You can't buy it yet. Crypto Gains Club says, coffee, try out OKX DeFi wallet. I like the OKX wallet, actually. Look, I actually really do like OKX wallet. It does work smoothly with PulseChain. But we got to root for our internet money friends, because once that internet money wallet gets better, we'll know that they're not going to screw us over. Rabby fucked us over. OKX wallet. Look, the exchange OKX delisted us because it, you know, having an SEC violation violates their terms of service. Now OKX can relist us. If anybody from OKX is watching, you could totally relist. You got the green light. The SEC lost the case against PulseChain, so please relist us. But relying on these third parties has only gotten us burned, right? That's why I enjoy OKX wallet, but I don't want to get us burned again by being way too optimistic about OKX wallet and then, oh, they delist PulseChain again. We get burned so many times, right? Is there legit options trading DEX on PulseChain? Yeah, it's called pulsex.com. Just go to pulsex.com. Here, I'm on pulsechain.com, right? Scroll down. click on the swap button, and this is going to launch this IPFS link. Click on the IPFS link, and now you're on the DEX. This is the DEX where everyone mostly trades, and if you want to use a better DEX aggregator, I like Piteas.io, Piteas.io. And they've got an API, which I think is awesome too, because you can use it in all kinds of different apps now. And it's got a really cool router that routes through all the different sources of liquidity on PulseChain and gives you the best deal. So I really like Piteas as well. And they aggregate FUX, 9-inch, 9mm, Spark Swap, Desktop, and I think those are the main sources of liquidity right now. Yeah, Rabby, what the fuck was that? Dude, Rabby, man. I think Rabby, I think honestly it was as simple as there was all this talk about the exploit going on with PDI, and you know, they're a company based in Singapore. PulseChain users on social media were probably the largest, most fanatic community of sharing debank screenshots and sharing Rabby tutorials. I was onboarding tons of people to Rabby Wallet. Oops. You know, and when you have a community that's so organic and real and spamming up all of their eyeballs with debank screenshots, and then you start hearing about exploit, you know, you don't really necessarily want to be associated with that. My guess is that they just delisted PulseChain because they thought something bad was happening, which I guess it was happening, but it wasn't like a catastrophic bug with PulseChain. It was just that a rogue community decided to invent a fairy tale about a forked version of a Ethereum protocol that there was never any intention to actually get. Oops. I think in all that confusion, I believe that's probably why Rabby delisted us. Northman says PulseChain. Roy says, how do I redeem my PHEX? You don't really redeem it. You don't really redeem PHEX. You can stake it and you can unstake it. I don't know what you mean by redeem. So if I have coins on Rabby, what do I do now? You just take your private key and you upload it to a different wallet. You should have written down your 12 seed words, right? And then you download them. Let's say you go back to MetaMask, and when you start up MetaMask for the first time, it's going to ask you, would you like to create a new wallet, or would you like to import from an existing wallet? You click import from existing wallet, and you type those seed words in, and all of your wallet addresses are going to be there. Now, your coins aren't going to show up automatically, which is one of the user experience problems of crypto in general. You're going to have to copy and paste all the contract addresses that you had on Rabby and paste them into MetaMask one by one. I've got videos on how to do this. Just do not panic. All of your coins are still there. All of your money is still there. As long as you have your private keys, you should always write them down when you start a new wallet and save them somewhere safe. But you can always restore that to a different wallet. Your coins don't actually live in your wallet. Your coins live on the blockchain. They're not actually inside of a wallet. The wallet is just your window that gives you access into the blockchain data, and your private key is what allows you to move numbers around in the decentralized database. I have friends that only care about options trading, so someone should build it. We do have Fame.io. Check out Fame.io. Did you guys know we have leverage trading? Now, I shouldn't be showing you this because it's highly dangerous and you should not be using this unless you're somehow a professional. But yeah, we've got a copy of GMX. It's called Fame.io, and you can trade all these pairs with up to 30x leverage in a DeFi way. There's no company behind this. There's no middleman. Just you and the code, leverage trading, and probably wrecking yourself. You can also buy PHLP. This PHLP token is pretty cool because it's a basket representing all of the core coins and Sol, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stablecoins. So if you want exposure to the entire PulseChain ecosystem and most of the blue chips outside of PulseChain, you can just buy and hold PHLP V2, and it pays a pretty high APY. Let's see the APY on PHLP. You can just, for holding it, guys, 90% APR for holding it. 90%. And again, if you're holding it, you're basically holding this basket, and here's the composition, right? 24% Pulse, 12% PulseX, 8% Hex. Looks like about 33% stablecoins and tiny little smidge of Bitcoin and Solana, 12% Ethereum, 2% INC. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. How do I unstake phex? You just go to go.hex.com. Go.hex.com, right? Let's go to PulseChain.com, click on stake button where my mouse is here. Now you're on go.hex.com. This is going to show you all your hex stakes, okay? Connect your wallet to this website that you see right here. Wow, it's almost day 2000, guys. 23 more days, day 2000 for hex. Pretty crazy. And you go to the stake tab up here. Look on the top where you see that stake tab, and it's going to load all your hex stakes. And it's going to allow you to unstake all the active stakes that you might have. Go.hex.com, sir. Last time I tried, didn't see my phex copy. Just refresh the page. Make sure your wallet is connected to PulseChain network. Your wallet might have been on the Ethereum network. In your wallet, make sure you're on the PulseChain network. And then just keep refreshing and it should show up eventually. Thoughts on the Pulse wallet? It's almost identical to Rabby. I've had reason to believe it's not trustworthy, but I don't know. Other people argue against that. I'm just going to be careful. I want to be careful when it comes to wallets. It might be fine, but no one's lost their money yet. But keyword is yet. Use the same wallet you staked with. Yeah, that's right, Roy. Make sure you're on the same address, because you know one wallet can have like as many addresses as you want. Make sure you're on the same account that you did the stake to begin with. Same browser, same wallet, all that stuff. Hex price prediction coffee. I'm gonna be boring. Hex to $1. Hex to $1, boys and girls. Let's go. Let's make it happen. Wow, 1755 viewers, 131 on YouTube. That means 1,620 of you are on X. A lot of you guys are addicted to X, aren't you? Thank you for watching on X. Thank you. Thank you for watching, everybody. Zachary says $1,000 per hex. Yeah, guys, look, like and subscribe. You're going to want to like and subscribe because there's a meme coin coming soon. And if you're early, it might go up. If you're late, you might lose. Might win, you might lose. That's the game you're playing. See you on the next one, everybody.